Alright, welcome back to Roguetech and welcome back to Challenge Run, no tech, no mechs. So, mostly just messing around with seeing how this goes. Using the current repair Omni of this build of the widget to just basically be the salvage Omni button. Or not the salvage, the scrap. So if an Omni mech that we have goes down at 55 or below. Actually, I think I will start using the I can't take unless, because we have scrap over 90, so that means we can't take a 95 or 100 tonner when we're extravagant. That is still intact, but we can take partial salvage of it, and then the scrap Omni is, like, the repair Omni here, I'm using a scrap Omni. So if anything goes down that's 55 tons, that's an Omni mech. That's over 55 tons. Then we'll scrap it. So now I can pick Omni mechs, and it'll go down quite a lot when we're no longer extravagant, which I'll show that once we get there. But for today, we did pick up the very odd little primitive mech in the Hellstorm. And I think it's going to be cheap enough, because it's primitive, that we might be able to drop it on, I don't know, something like a defend base. That'd be pretty funny. Yeah, these are both 729. Repair and maintenance facility versus a VTOL factory. No static emplacements on this facility. Okay, we're going to this one. Sure. We'll get to the financial report, no problem. Not worried about it. But, yeah, we have this Hellstorm, which is a chevron on its own. Oh, wow, I wasn't expecting that. What's so expensive here? Is it just the Hellstorm? Because, like, that's all it is. It's the chassis, it's the Hellstorm, and then it's the fuel cell pirate engine with a bunch of primitive stuff. Wow, okay. That's not worth dropping. At least not, like, you know, on a 2 chevron mission. Oh, wow. I thought it was going to be at most a half chevron. What? How? Is it because of the Hellstorm? Value 400,000. Cause like, oh, okay. It's the pirate. The pirate fuel cell engine is 9.2 million CVILs, and it's not even good because it's only being used for a Hellstorm. And it has to use single heat sinks. Oh man, this is a wild mech. But it's not good. Like, I was just gonna drop it as like an extra piece, because I assumed that. Actually, it doesn't really need a fire control, because the Hellstorm artillery is not impacted by accuracy. Most accuracy. Oh, it says most. Penalties probably still apply. I don't know. But the primitive cockpit, actually, hilariously, that will prevent whoever I put in it from ejecting. That said, like, the primitive armor we could replace with, like, Pharaoh and just instantly get not only the 40% of our armor additionally, but, like, it's only 150,000 CVs. And it's literally just giving us 40% of this armor amount for 1 day and 105,000 CVs. If it's gonna take actual, like, drop tonnage, I might as well. Or I could give it stealth. I would have to move the ammo, which I'm more than fine with. Like, sure. Give it stealth armor. It's even cheaper to give it stealth. Okay, that's hilarious, because if we're firing indirectly over a mountain, they have to use sensors to hit us. Okay, this is actually hilarious. This is actually hilarious, because the fuel cell also is giving us reduced heat generated from all of our weapons fire. I think I'm just gonna drop... Well, I don't need to drop those, but I might actually build this into a crazy artillery mech by just... also, we'll see what happens with this Hellstorm artillery. I still haven't put the heavy gyro into the Wolferack. I should do that. But that'll be the next time we have a Mech Bay episode that's not just 2 Clan Tech mechs. I should just sell the Fireball at this point. Then again, we don't have another light mech for Jelly Roll. Well, he can drop in non-light mechs. He just... If he drops in a mech that's not a light mech, then instead of doing, you know, the extra 20 affinity, he just doesn't have affinity. Yeah, I'm dropping the Fireball. We used them a couple times to some decent success, but I prefer the Panther over the Fireball for sure. Farewell, little guy. Farewell. 38,000. But I can also sell his XL engine. There it is for 125,000. Nice. All right. So, we put the Helepolis to the top. Wait one more day. And find a mission to drop it on. Because I do want to see how it goes. I want to see how it works. I want to try it. This is against Davian. This is against Capellus. You know what? I mean, capture base, but an assassination is an interesting place to bring it. I know the financial report's coming. I know, and I have a mech to repair. Why are you red? What? Hold on. Why are you red? I don't think you were red. Why are you red? Can stealth not be used with a fuel cell engine or something? Hellstorm ammo right leg requires Oh, the ammo has to be in the same location as the weapon. Okay. We can do that. That's 4 days. Oh wait, no, we're still down. Okay. Alright, so we put 1 bin of ammo back in the arm. It's strange that it's the red instead of just like the warning. Okay. One more day. And then we'll be able to see what this thing is all about. Okay. I should have been repairing the Urban Lord. I think it would have almost been done by this point. Anyway. Let's try this again. Assassination. Then again, there might not be much left. And that's 2 million C-bills. And we can just run. Kill the main target and run. Okay. So we have the Wolverine. We have the Helepolis. I mean, the evasion ignore is not going to do anything. Like, Lucky is good. And having skill points on it is good. Also, I think I'm going to bring Jelly Roll. Because I feel like one thing I definitely want to test is the ability to use Vigilance instead of, like, regular bracing in regard to the Helepolis. And also, the more we can use Vigilance with the Wolverak, the better that goes. It's too much. So, Urban Tank? Yeah, Urban Tank. Alright, who's been in the Urban Tank a bunch? Scrub. Scrub's been in the Urban Tank a bunch. I'm dropping like this with so many of my more experienced people because, specifically, I don't have much faith in the Helepolis. We'll see if the Hellstorm artillery makes me eat my words, but... Also, the Shockwave is like 20,000 C-bills, but... I mean, I guess it has an Artemis, Mach 5, ER large, XL engine, yeah. Alright, fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, we need to go to a definitely higher difficulty system. I didn't realize that we were going to have so much trouble fitting into even 3.5 chevron missions. But, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Yes, I know. I know. That's the challenge run, Darius. Alright, so one thing I did not consider that occurred to me during load time is we have a 75-ton mech with a 215 core, I believe. So it's even slower than the Urban Lord that we had trouble waddling away with. We don't need visual identification. Okay, I have no idea where to drop. So this is a secondary lance, this is a secondary lance, this is our primary target, and we don't really have a place to shoot from, like, over a mountaintop. Wherever we drop, that's basically where our Helepolis will live. Oh, we're gonna have such a hard time extracting. I think we are committed to killing them all.
We're planning an ambush. This is where I put it.
Yeah, I know, Darius. I know. Oh boy. Okay.
What's up, boss?
Alright. Well, we can't shoot first round anyway, so we'll move and brace. That's a VTOL. I mean, Lamb, pretty sure. Argatera. Firestarter, Strider. Oh shit, they're never gonna get to us. Stygian Mudskipper, Avalanche, Rook, Valak Striker, Scorpion, a Wolverine Quarantine, and a Blackjack. I think we can kill them all. Like, we have the Wolverak. As long as I'm not firing ×5 every round, like a fool. We should be fine. We have the urban tank to soak some damage. We have Jelly Roll giving us... Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. Unless we run out of ammo on, like, everyone. Because we,
Ready to rock.
we have some very, very ammo-limited units. I'm just gonna move and brace with combat shield. Nothing too crazy.
One taco coming right up.
Jump and brace with Jelly Roll. 7 evasion's nice.
Good to go.
And then scrub, sprint up here with Jelly Roll.
Let's move.
Alright. Now we do have the flak ammo on the AC-10, so we can take down the Bollock, hopefully pretty quickly. Oh, it's a clan Bollock. Interesting. ATM 6 clans, ER medium clan, and an anti-air improved ATM rack. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, I'm glad I went. I did go full salvage, right? Oh no, I went full money, didn't I? Because I thought I was gonna kill and run. Oh no. Oh no. I'm gonna be so sad when the salvage screen rolls around and I can only take one thing. I have to kill them all. Like, unless we get really lucky and the evac point is literally just right on top of us, we have to kill them all. It's gonna take so many rounds for the Helepolis, and Gisela cannot eject out of the Helepolis. Either we evac out, kill everything, or the Helepolis has to die. Like,
Ready for orders.
oof. I'm actually gonna fall back and just fire
Moving
at
position.
range against the Balak. Ooh, 16.8. That is not a great hit chance. Still hit though. Cool. That's good. I wonder if it's stealth. Maybe it's a stealth VTOL, and I just don't have sensors enough to know it. Yeah, this is gonna hurt though. Not as much as I thought. Okay.
Happy Easter. Here's your taco.
If I move, what hit chance am I looking at? Low. If I jump, how much lower is it? Lower. Quite a bit lower. I mean, there is the avalanche. Don't have a very good hit chance on the avalanche either. Oh boy. If I move closer... I really don't want to give the Scorpion any kind of eyes on me, though. That's the problem there. I think I might not fire the Ultra Autocannon. I'm not going to. It's not worth it. I need to be very careful with my ammo this battle, because... oh boy, I've got 9 enemies to kill. And I've got very limited ammo on literally everyone. Like, even the urban tank. Half its firepower can run out of ammo. And will run out of ammo. Okay, time to learn how to use artillery as soon as it finally gets to turn 9. Alright. Yeah, these guys way over here I'm not too worried about, unless the Arcatera turns into a lamb. It might just be like a weird chassis that's not actually a lamb, and just has wings for some reason. It doesn't look like it's flying, so at least there's that. Okay. I definitely move here.
10-4.
And I definitely, hopefully, get a good shot on the Scorpion. 35. 35 on the Blackjack. Yeah, the Balak I'm gonna actually leave up to my allies. Then again, it's my best hit chance. Nah. I believe in the urban tank. The Scorpion has a little bit more armor than the Blackjack, but not really in a meaningful way. I'm just gonna go for it. If I just fire ×1, it's only 37. If I fire ×5, it's only 32.5. You know what?
All weapons, go.
I know I just got done saying I need to conserve ammo, but I also need to make sure I don't die. Alright, Gisela.
Commander?
What can we do? Okay. I have 9 shots of standard and 18 of caseless. What is with this hit chance, though? 11%? I thought the whole point was artillery fire. Like, is it better if I attack ground? Like, how does this work? Okay, I guess the first thing to test. If I move, I can still shoot it. Okay, hold on. I don't understand what I'm looking at right here. Alright. I'm gonna try standing and shooting at something I can see. It's only a 23.6 though. Yeah, I don't know how to artillery. I'm kind of concerned that if I move, I won't be able to shoot. But then again, if the laser rifle blocks the medium-heavy pirate laser, so I have a 25 damage weapon blocking a 30 to 40 damage weapon. That's so dumb. Why? It's the same range. This mech is so jank. It is a very, very janky boy.
Moving out.
Alright. So I appear to still be able to fire the Hellstorm. And apparently the Avalanche is not in range of the laser rifle? Or... yeah, it's just not in range of the laser rifle. Okay, okay, no, that's... got it. Got it. So that is how that works. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I had direct line of sight, if it was just gonna, like, just fire, or what. At least we get to go before the Avalanche goes. So we do get to see what happens if they're in the dead center of it when it goes off. Ooh. Okay, yep, he needs to die. He needs to die very quickly. Wow.
I'm catching some serious shit here, Commander.
I don't know what that Blackjack is, but he is terrifying. Okay, PPC and 8 damage per missile, so...
minimal damage on that hit.
ATMs? That's it?
Barely hit, Commander.
That's it? Oh boy. Oh no, if I call for an evac, I still have to get to the evac point. Oh boy. Okay. Alright, so what we really need to do right now is draw fire with people who can dodge.
I shall hop away.
Shoot whatever we can shoot. I'm gonna hold off on the 27s. But I am comfortable firing almost 40%. Alright, Blackjack is tagged.
Waiting for orders.
Scrub, please kill the VTOL.
Maximum speed.
Please kill the VTOL. I need this thing dead.
Whatever you say, boss.
That's not dead. Oh boy. Alright, so I think what I'm gonna do... Well, Helepolis is tagged. The stealth is not gonna be doing much.
Yep.
Alright.
Confirmed.
Okay, depending on... I'm gonna move forward. And then depending on hit chance,
Copy that.
I am either going to shoot the Balak, like, ×1. Oh, no. That's 100% what we do.
All weapons. Go.
And miss every single one of them.
Okay.
This is bad. This is just bad. Okay. I'm gonna step the Helepolis back into the forest and just shoot the primary target every round. Now, luckily, the Wolverine does seem to have pretty low initiative. Oh, it's not every round, it's every other round. Wow. Yeah. Oh, wow. That's...
Armor breach.
Already?
Internal damage.
Where? What is open? Oh, our rack arm. That's bad.
Crunchy or soft?
Okay. So,
By the power of taco.
we're gonna try to draw fire with the Panther. I mean, there's a chance for ammo explosion. We'll do it next round. For now... Is he flying? No, he's just on a mount. Okay. That is a Clan Blackjack with a Clan Gauss rifle and a bunch of pulse lasers. Oh dear.
Here's your taco.
Alright. Tagged, damage. I need my right arm not facing any enemies. Or at least none that are close. And then I need this to die. I need it to die right now. 7% versus 3%. I'll take the 3%
Here we
reduction.
go.
Okay, not enough. Oh, this is bad. Yeah, I was definitely way too hasty to test this. This is not a mech you can drop in a small dance and expect any good things to happen. I mean, at least he's drawing fire. $30 damage on the Panther, knocking him unsteady. That's not good.
Got something you want done?
The Balak is showing its strong side. So we're gonna keep shooting the Blackjack
copy.
until I get a better shot on the Balak.
firing a full salvo.
Okay. Gauss rifle down. That's
Show
good.
'em what you got.
That is very good.
Waiting for orders.
Move into forest.
Move order received.
Oh. So many people that are just gonna go. Wow. I mean, I've got a 33% on the fire starter. They're not a problem. I can get away from them. I guess I'll just aim there and do something crazy to see if it's actually helpful. Oh, I can also fire the laser rifle. No, I can't. It's such a weird build. Yeah, I have no faith in the Hellstorm doing just about anything. Like, maybe if the initiative randomness is really nice and we get to go before Blackjack, or if I can offensive push him to keep him in the center of it. Yeah. Oh boy, this is bad.
Sir, I regret to inform you that I have not showed my pants.
I should just focus the Wolverine, kill the primary target, and get out with everyone but the Halapelus, and then just scrap it, honestly. Like, yeah, it's a 75 tonner, but it's so slow. And the fuel cell engine means it's never going to be able to be quick. Okay. Genuinely surprised the Panther is not worse off. Like, I was really relying on the evasion, but I forgot the pulse lasers.
Got.
Okay, so our Halapelus is turn 10, and the Blackjack's turn 12. So we have to offensive push him. So I will.
Roger.
I will offensive push him right now. You, my friend, are staying put. Alright. Yeah, this is a mess. I would really like to take my Panther's turn now. Some evasion would be very nice. Also, I could have reserved before I jumped, which I forgot he had that pilot quirk, and he wouldn't have gotten knocked unsteady from being breathed on. Alright, so this is the point where we immediately start focusing the primary target,
Move order received.
because we need him to die so we can see where we're evacing to. 50-50 times 5? Done.
Primary target damage, Commander.
Alright, all the turn 11 people. Yeah, it's fine. As long as they don't hit head and reduce Gisla's
Damage minimal.
initiative. I would really like
Worse than a salad.
to use Jelly Roll now. Please. Okay. Well, there goes my Ultra 5.
Seen my tongs?
Ready for orders.
Is anyone over here turn 10? If I do this, is there a chance that I lose Jelly Roll? No. Okay. Do it.
Affirmative.
That's it.
I'm taking heavy hits, Commander.
That shot
That-
through my armor.
That is the Hellstorm? Oh
Chilly
boy.
roll, not chilly lay down and take a nap, I see.
Genuinely, I don't know what to do, so I'm gonna fall back into this corner where at least I can control how many people can shoot at me. And try to finish off the blackjack, I guess? No, I just need to focus the primary target. Oh, I don't want to shoot the tandem rockets past my own. Balak. I was kind of hoping to tag him, but it's fine.
Who forgot the beef?
Yeah, we lost an Ultra 5. And every other round we can do some AoE splash. Like, at least it's able to soak
Commander, I'm
At least it's
hit.
able to soak damage. At least it's that. Yeah, this is... Wow. Okay. Yeah, there's still a bunch of pulse lasers on that thing. Oh boy.
Damage minimal.
Okay, what if Gisela just stands and shoots? Does that increase the accuracy?
They're getting the angle on me.
I mean, if she has enough for vigilance, I will definitely focus the Wolverine with it.
What's up, boss?
She does not. So I will again have to offensive push. 6.1. 21%. Like... That's better. Better is still not good, though. Yeah, I guess. Oh, wait, he hasn't acted yet. Nope. I guess I will focus the Wolverine with it. Alright.
Vent and heat and stabilizing.
Alright. This is so bad.
Yep.
Oh, mistakes were definitely made. But it's fine. Just gonna fall back and honestly try to kill the blackjack. He has
I got you.
very accurate weapons. Oh yeah, I just remembered our rack is almost gone. If... Oh.
I'm on him.
Yeah. This is just so unfortunate. And we're losing the Panther.
This is worse than a tofu taco.
Okay. I don't want to jump into the Hellstorm. I can't jump to shoot the blackjack unless I stay out of cover. So I guess I'll jump and shoot the Balak again. Or try to shoot the Balak again. Alright.
Who forgot the salsa?
Again, I could have reserved to drop this burst ability. I'm just playing this very poorly. Wait. Yeah, that's right. I set it to ×1 to have the highest hit chance possible. That way, I can see if a direct hit is worth anything. Yeah.
Internal structure damaged. Orders.
Yeah. I have a shot on the weakened side of the Balak,
Acknowledged.
so I'm gonna take it. Then again, if I offensive push here, I make sure that he stays.
Acknowledged.
Okay. So he should now, hopefully, stay put in time for the Hellstorm to fire. And of course the AI is not going to get in the circle, just like we don't. Rack 10 risk crit.
That was a critical hit.
God, that's so bad. It's so bad. Like, this
It's go time.
This has assured me that I am never going to use artillery.
Sir.
We have to actually offensive push again to be able to keep him in place. Alright, I guess Jelly Roll is going to do that. Cool.
Moving out.
Awesome. Back to flak. Try to at least kill the Battletech.
Firing a full salvo.
Miss everything. It's fine.
Negative damage. Repeat. Negative damage.
Okay. Yeah, if Jelly Roll goes down, we can't keep him there. But hopefully... Okay, good. Good.
Minimal damage on that hit.
Merry Christmas. I got you a taco.
I'm going to move. The left arm's where my other, like, meaningful weapons are.
Delivery on the way.
Alright. Okay. Offensive push.
Pew 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 pew.
He is now going to be in place for the Hellstorm artillery. Hopefully it hits. Like, for the tonnage and for having to fire it every other round, the fact that it's just objectively worse than a Thunderbolt 20 is laughable. Oh, man.
I got a heap of trouble here.
And of course, it has to be the Rack 10 risk with the upper recoil plus that's, like, getting shredded. If they destroy that right arm, which has one structure left, we can't complete this mission. It is a loss. Okay.
It's worse than a tofu taco.
Orders?
Oh my god, it's still... Okay. If I kill it before the Hellstorm goes off, we don't get any data.
Confirmed.
So I think I move where he can't shoot my right arm.
Location confirmed.
And I try to kill the only thing that hasn't acted yet this round. And I go Vigilance for good measure, even though it won't save the right arm if it gets hit.
Firing.
I was kind of hoping for a cockpit hit, just so that he had zero chance of actually hurting me. Okay, he's ignoring me. Cool. If I can get the Wolverine away from literally everyone...
Orders?
Here we go. One shot. Direct hit. Did nothing. Yeah.
I'm under heavy fire.
Yeah. You know what? I don't think we can accomplish this mission.
Yep.
And we're losing some very good units. For no good reason. Just because I was in such a rush to test out this monstrosity. And genuinely, if I had thought about it a bit longer, I would have waited to test it on a mission where this wasn't expected to be a primary source of damage. But, like... there's basically no chance right now. Unless we're able to take down the Wolverine, like, right now. And partially because I specifically decided to, like, make suboptimal choices to try to just keep people in the circle.
Reporting. Internal damage.
Like... if I make a bad choice...
structure damage.
But literally, like... it says 15 to 25. So in related news, my new glasses are supposed to arrive tomorrow. That says 15 to 25. Wow. Yeah, the episodes where I've been very loud, it's because I've been very close to the monitor. Yeah, I was expecting to do a lot more than that. That, for the tonnage, is so garbage. So even if you have the ammo to fire at times 6 every single round, which is so much ammo, that has to be in the same location. At most, that's only 90 damage. Like, 90 to 125, or 150. That's just an AC-20. Except for the crazy range. Sure. Cool. Crazy range. Neat. But, like, it's every other turn. So it's not even, like, a Thunderbolt 15. Because a Thunderbolt 15 you can fire with specialty ammo to make it AoE. And you can fire it every round. Like, for the tonnage, this is stupid. You know, I never do this, but nah. We're gonna do a different mission. And
Coordinates.
yeah, this Helepolis is having that Hellstorm ripped out, and I'm going to look at it very, very closely to see if there's anything I really want to do with it. It's already got stealth armor, but it moves so slowly. But yeah, be right back. Okay, so I loaded back to the end of the last episode. Yeah, we're gonna look at this Helepolis, and the absolute first thing we're gonna do is see that the Hellstorm artillery Doesn't have tooltips? Wait, what? What? Okay, it definitely had tooltips last time I was here. What is going on? It's like the game is embarrassed to show me. Yeah, so you see how it says 20 times 3? Yeah, my new glasses are coming tomorrow. I read that as 50 times 3, and I didn't pay attention to the number after. And I was like, oh, it can spin up to times 6. Oh, that's crazy. But no, artillery's trash. You can only fire it every other turn. And no. Like, I'll keep the ammo around in case there's, like, a Hellstorm cannon or something crazy, but it's not, it doesn't do enough damage to warrant only being able to fire it every other turn. Like, a charge does more damage, and you take less damage from a charge than standing there waiting to shoot. It's 18 tons. What else is 18 tons? Hold on. Let me just look real quick. 18 tons. It's heavier than any energy weapon by far. It's 2 binary lasers. Like, yeah, it fires out to 2,000 every other round, whereas the binary lasers do 160 at 720. Well, okay, they do 80 damage at 720 meters, up to 160 at 360 meters. Yeah, sure, they generate heat too, but they don't have ammo. And they don't have to have ammo in the same location. Okay, what else? Oh yeah, that, and 3 heat sinks to be able to shoot it, like, yeah. The comparison against energy with this Hellstorm is a joke. I'm not even gonna look at SRMs, LRMs. That it's definitely better to just have LRM-20s and have extended range missiles and have almost the same crazy range. Because realistically, you're never firing at 2,000 meters. Realistically, you're never firing completely across the map. Even if you are able to do that for a couple rounds, like, you will have to, with the rest of your lance, close with the enemy or have the enemy come to you. So maybe if you had a full lance of artillery that you literally dropped as far from the targets as humanly possible. But even then, like, they just don't do enough damage for firing every other turn. MRM-40. 12 tons. That's 18. So, yeah, you can have MRM-60. Yeah, you can have MRM-60 for the same cost. And that does 60 times 10. I mean, 60 times 3.3. With damage variance, plus or minus, so. And it probably takes less ammo to fuel MRM-60 than it does to fuel Hellstorm properly. And it doesn't have to be in the same location. And to be clear, I'm not salty. I'm just, like, shocked. I realized I would be pretty bothered if I just, like, kept playing that mission, and going in expecting this to do literally anything cost me so much. No. No. If it's because I screwed up and dropped with, like, stuff that I know is going on, and I do some kind of stupid tactical mistake, and something blows up, cool. I'm cool with that. That's fine. But that... 4 tons to spare. Like, yeah, again, sure. 360 meters versus stupid long range, but there's a lot of stuff you only have to hit once with the AC-20. And it's 200 damage in the time that this is doing the, 20 times 6. I just don't understand why you would ever actually use artillery. And Gauss rifle. Half the range, but literally save 3 tons. And you only need 1.5 tons of ammo to run it for more than 10 rounds. And this is the AoE one, so this is, like, actually comparable. And it's doing more AoE damage than firing the Hellstorm times 6. With a higher crit chance. Like, literally the only advantage... Like, it doesn't have heat, so the Hellstorm actually generates more heat. Like... Actually, the fact that the Hellstorm is split over 2 rounds means it does the same stability as well. And an AoE. It's a joke. It's just a joke. No, I think what I need to do... First of all, get this laser pistol out of there. That makes no sense. We have 1 energy hard point. Gonna drop the medium heavy laser. What can we do with a 75-ton mech that has a ballistic hardpoint in the side torso, 1 hand, and yeah, I had totally taken the upper recoil out of the arm, specifically anticipating for this thing to potentially explode, but I'm not going to lose a whole lance because this weapon is shit. I mean, bad. Terrible. Anyway. Yeah, we don't go fast enough to really melee at all. 2-4. 2-4 is not fast at all. Ooh, actually, hold on. Hold on. We have a jump booster 3. We have a fuel cell engine, which means that we're generating a lot less weapon fire heat. That frees up more heat to be used for jumping. Like, yeah, we have to run single heat sinks. That's the downside. That is the big downside. But if we say... give it a thermal exchanger. Can't be used... Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm beginning to struggle with how to actually use this. You know what? I think I'm right with the stealth armor. I think that is the play. I give it an IFF Jammer Mark III. I give it the stealth armor. I maybe even replace the warfare suite with something better. I definitely replace the warfare suite. That warfare suite goes on somebody who gets up close. Wait, do we not have any electronic warfare? Any? Wow. Okay, so that warfare suite stays until we have something else to enable the stealth. Fine. Whatever. Give me jump jets. 1, 2, 3 jump jets. Oh, the jump boost. Okay. So what I was thinking was if I give it improved jump jets, because I saw it said 0 out of 2, which meant 3 improved heavies. And then the jump pack, I was thinking that's 6 hexes, which would then allow us to jump 6 hexes. As it is, we can only actually put in 2 improved heavies and the jump booster, which means we'll be able to get 5 hex jump. Womp womp womp. Okay. Okay. So we're not doing jumping. Like... The fuel cell pirate engine is neat. But how am I gonna use it? Especially in a build that primarily has ballistic hardpoints. Like, if I can't make good use of this fuel cell pirate engine, it's not worth the drop cost. Can I even replace it, actually? Hold on. If I wanted to. Nope. That is a locked in place, cannot be replaced fuel cell engine. Okay. 75, 150, 300 would be 4.6. 75, 150, 225. 225 would be 3-4, which is how we have 2-4. 240 would be 3-5, I believe. No, still 3-4. So we need like a 245 core, and even then, the 240 core is already giving us taking 4 extra tons. Okay, 270. 270 core takes 23.3 tons. 3-5. We finally have 3-5. It still is a 75-ton mech that still does have stable weapons as a quirk and a bunch of long-range opportunity. And again, the stealth armor, we can just ignore the weapon heat. It's 3 heat per turn. That's all the stealth armor. And then it's not going to really generate heat from weapons fire. So we can get away with putting some stupid stuff in it. Hopefully. So what is the hottest long-range laser we have? 600 meters. 900 meters. Another example. Hellstorm artillery. Oh, hey, it's got its tooltips back. 18 tons plus ammo. If you have 3 Clan ER large lasers, which is 12 tons, plus heat sinks, which is, you know, if you're running doubles or whatever, like that's 4 heat sinks for just the artillery, and then for every bin of ammo, that's another heat sink. You run 4 ER large lasers, you're doing twice as much damage at half the range, because, again, you know, every other round. I like the idea of what they did with the artillery, it needs to be so much more impactful. Like, if you are in the center of that circle, you need to explode. Which, you know, yeah, if you're using slow, stompy mechs and leaving the artillery alive to shoot you a lot, you deserve to explode. If you're getting hit in the center of an artillery with, like, light mechs, then what are you doing? Anyway, so we could go Clan ER large. Large Pulse doesn't have the same range by any stretch of the imagination. We definitely want range here. This is something to plant at the top of a mountain and shoot down. Damage fall off, so we don't want that. If we had a heavy PPC with capacitor, that would be fun and crazy. Now, we're going to go Clan ER large. That's the left. Alright, so with the 39 heat weapon, our Alpha Strike is 7. Yeah, this is the benefit of the fuel cell pirate engine. So, we're now going to go look for the most long-range, hot-running missile weapons we have. We're going to do that. So... Oh! What's the range on the IATMs? 600. So with ER... Okay. Yeah, we're going to just keep the Clan LRM-20s. The IATMs are going to be better on something that can get closer. Ammo. Oh, no, that's what I was looking for. We have just the thing for it. 2 more Artemis 4 attachments. I'm going to save the Artemis 5 to all run together on something. I don't know what yet. But there we go. So we have 2 21 heat missile weapons, and we have a 39 heat large laser, and we are generating a 15 heat Alpha Strike. It's a great engine. It just doesn't... Why? Anyway. Okay, I'm done. Time to make this good. Actually, reinforced is kind of cool. Resistance to critical hit, bonus structure. Although it does increase the structure tonnage by almost 2 tons instead of saving us tonnage. Resistance to crits is actually pretty good for stealth mechs, because if the stealth gets crit in any location, you lose the stealth completely. So I'm actually fine with that. Let's see. We could just use case 2. And if the stealth armor gets borked, okay. And yeah, I know we're not using the stable weapons, like, at all, but... So... Mask is only 3.75 tons. Can mask be used with it? Mask can be used with it. Again, we don't want mask on a stealth mech, but I'm thinking if I were to go saving tonnage and just weapons platform instead. I think that might be better, actually. Armor. So, in this case, we give it... Don't have the slots? We do have the slots because we have the reinforced. Okay. That literally just pays for the mask. So now, with the 270 engine, or we have a, at best 3.7. And then we still have to actually... I don't even know why these... Oh, right. Engine heat sinks that we don't need anymore. We still need ammo for the LRMs. So if we do that... And we go... LRM... Artemis Clan... 1... 2. So that gives us 6 Alpha Strikes. So we would need at least 1 more, preferably 2 more bins of ammo. We actually do not have more Clan LRM ammo. Okay. Well, then that brings me to my other idea. Which definitely needs the mask. We can drop the Warfare Suite if we're not going to run stealth. I will still keep the case, actually. So... Remember how I was saying? There is, Well, there's the IATMs. There is the IATMs. If I use the IATMs... First of all, they do both fit. They do both fit. Okay. IATM ER almost doubles the range from 600 to almost 1200. 1. IATM High Explosive. If we get close enough, shreds people. 2. We're firing 24 missiles per round. So, just over 2 shots per bin of ammo. Just standard range. And then EMP. And I think some more standard range. Because this doesn't really care about doing the Inferno damage, but it has the chance to shut down. Stacks up to 20 times. If we hit with 20 out of the 24 missiles, their chance to shut down is 30%. And it also, reduces their movement and some other fun stuff. And again, that gets fired out at 600 meters. Pretty good. All we have to do is save some tonnage. I kind of regret dropping the XXL gyro now. Oh no, couldn't have used it. It takes side torso. Wouldn't have had slots for anything else. Yeah, this ball liner adds extra tonnage. We want the opposite of that. I mean, there's an argument to be made for Indo composite. Lose the extra reinforcement, but save the 2 tons extra, and then also save. Yeah, that's 100% what we do. At this point, I wonder. Okay, so the Indo composite saving 25% structure weight. The Indo steel will save 50%. So it'll save an extra 1.8. Like the heavy Pharaoh versus Clan Pharaoh. We'll lose the case 2 if we switch to Clan Pharaoh. We switch to regular Pharaoh, we're saving 1 point. You know what? So we're at 73.59 with Pharaoh and Clan Indo. If we go Indo composite and heavy Pharaoh, 74.11. Now the difference is, even though this saves like 0.5 more, if we add any more armor, it will save less, because this is always going to be the same saving. Whereas the Pharaoh, as we add more armor for every, well, I mean, it's 11% instead of 20%, so for every 10 tons of armor, we would be adding 0.9 tons. So I think the heavy Pharaoh is only really better than Pharaoh in Clan Indo if you have enough slots for Clan Indo and heavy Pharaoh. Which, we don't. Do we? Wait, do we? Oh, wow, okay. Is that enough IATM? My plan was to try to save tonnage, and I could just drop the mask. Okay. How much bigger of an engine core will it take to go from 3.5 to anything better than that? So 270, 280, still 3.5, 320, 4.6. So 120 meters going up to 135 is the difference between 4 and 5. But 3.5 versus 3.4 if we use the mask, isn't that big of a difference. So the mask means instead of 80-120, it becomes 80-160. And the 270, on the other hand, would go from 90-135 to 90-180. So we're losing 20 meters. At most 1 hex. And in exchange for that, we are paying 23.3 goes down to 19. So we're paying 4 tons for at most 1 hex with the mask. Alright, let's get that mask back in here. Leave it at 240. Put one of the heat sinks back. Yeah, we're cooking. We are going to... mask has to go inside torso. And I don't want to put ammo in the legs, because mask crits go to legs. Alright. No equipment. Yeah. So, heat sink, center torso, sure. Okay, so this is basically the fastest we'll ever reasonably be able to make this go. But because we have so much tonnage left, we can now drop the heavy Pharaoh in favor of regular Pharaoh. And with regular Pharaoh, we do get some slots back. And we have just about 5 tons, give or take. Wait a second. Hold on a second. If I give it the 270 core... No. If I give it the 280 core... No. Okay. If I give it the 220 core, do I stay at 3? No. Okay. So with the 240 core, it does give us 1 more jump jet. Which, with the improved jump jets... So, again, like, 3.5 is the best we can do with the mask. But with the improved jump jets... Whatever. We could actually go... we would need another one. We could actually get 7 hex jump. Which, again, is the best... is the best that a mask can do for us. And it's lighter. Like, the absolute most we can get out of a mask is 7 hexes. And if we're doing that, that means we could put ammo in the legs. Because we don't have to worry anymore about crits to the legs from the mask, popping. Which then also means we have either more slots in the side torso for ammo or whatever. Yeah, this is better. I would love to have 1 more improved heavy jump jet. Like, if I can get 1 more improved jump jet, toss it in for 1.5 tons, this will be amazing. Again, we don't have to worry about heat when it comes to our weapons fire. We have an alpha strike of 15. Like, even if we jump and generate 18 heat, we only have a heat delta of 3. That's insane. Now, I could armor up, and I probably will. Also, I don't need this IFF jammer. We're not going stealth anymore. We dropped the electronic warfare as well. I do have the upper spiked. I don't know why I have the upper spiked. I should drop the upper spiked. Saves us a little bit more. Saves us a little bit more tonnage. Okay. I mean, fire control missile accuracy would not be a bad choice for the IATMs. Yeah. Oh. No, that's right. Fuel cell. Can't use the thermal exchanger with fuel cell. We don't even need to, though. I don't even know why I looked at that for a second. Yeah, I think basically just this and then some more ammo. We don't have another cockpit to throw in other than the clan cockpit, so sure. I mean, piloting check does come in if like you're jumping with a damaged leg or whatever. So, not a waste. Do you want better since... Okay. Bonus of 5 to sensor detection. Counters ECM stealth by 1. This is electronic warfare. Built into it. It also replaces all the primitive components. Because I don't think I have... Oh, I do have clan sensors. Never mind. Yeah, I'll do that. I really like the missile accuracy there. Because if the ITMs hit, they're going to do so much. Actually, wait. Using an IATM isn't actually that great because it's a streak launcher. So we won't generate that heat every time. But especially if we're able to jump around like crazy. That's an MRM 40 with enough tonnage to bring in some kind of a ballistic weapon. No. No. Wait. Just bring an AC-20. No. This is not the right mech for an AC-20. An Ultra 2 could be interesting. I mean, the stable weapons completely negates the recoil. You can even go side torso because it's only 2 slots. And then give it some UAC-2 ammo. Only need the 1 bin. Go to the MRM ammo. 40 fires 6 times. That's 240 shots. So that's 6 alpha strikes. Bring some heat as well. Sure, why not? And then some slug. An extra half bin. Just in case we need 3 more alpha strikes at the end of the mission. And that's all the ammo we need. Which means we can go and put that Apollo launcher, Apollo attachment. Missile attachments incompatible. What? Apollo MRM attachment. Am I... That's why. Okay, cool. Alright. I mean... This reduces the damage by 10%. and gives it 1 evasion ignore. So, no, let's just use that fire control system. Not that one. That. Boom. Alright. And then instead of the half bin, we could just bring a double bin. Missiles for days. Never run out. Honestly, that also means we have 3 slots then, so we can actually bring an MkII as well. It's only 3 more tons. So we could have MkII. And we still have the Clanior large. Yeah, this is way better than the Hellstorm artillery. In every way. And we still have tonnage left to armor up. Like, yeah, I could have reduced the tonnage and, I don't know, gave it more artillery, but... Honestly, I'm even gonna just, like, put the jump jets in the side torsos. Right, I want to leave 1.5 tons so that I can put another jump jet. Improved jump jet. As soon as I find one. That is less, right? Yeah, and there. Alright. I mean, that's a build. We have Ultra 2 firing at 1,000 meters. Mostly for crits. Clanior large, firing at 900 meters. Just 50 pen point. And then as soon as we get in a 480 meters or less, we just start unloading with 50 MRMs per turn. The only reason we're not using a bigger Ultra is just because it's heavy. Like, it's heavier to bring something bigger. Even just a regular AC2 is heavier than the Ultra Clan. I mean, I guess I could bring an LB5. Instead of the MRM-10? That's not worth it. Like, again, we already have missiles for days. Like, this is 10 Alpha Strikes with the whole MRM-50 with an extra MRM-40 shot built in with just the one ammo bin. So no, like... And it feels weird to just like stack up a bunch of like Ultra 2s because the main benefit is that we're ignoring the 36 heat of the MRM-40. Like our Alpha Strike heat is 17. That is so wild. And there's really no ballistic that really takes advantage of that at all. I guess the Hyper Assault generates 12. That's a lot for, you know, a ballistic weapon. Heavy machine gun, but it's only 120 meters. This thing is not going to get in 120 meters frequently. Shouldn't, anyway. Actually, genuinely, since we are now able to jump so much faster... Oh, nope, not that. $80 damage pinpoint at 600 meters compared to 50 at 900. We're already trying to get within 600 meters anyway. Like, same tonnage. The downside is the slots, which we have, and the heat, which we don't really care about. Like, our alpha strike's up to 20. So if we're running too hot, then we can drop the ultra and give ourselves more heat sinks, honestly. Having a big pinpoint punch followed up by a bunch of MRMs is going to be probably way more effective. Ooh. There's also a world where we use the LBX large laser. Nah. Like, nah. It weighs an extra ton compared to the large heavy, and it does less damage. No, again, we want the big heavy pinpoint followed by the MRM shred. Okay. Yeah, this is a much better build. This is a build I can get behind. And if we do ever find anything like a ultralight gyro, it goes straight into this one. Well, then again, ultralight would be bad because we'd lose stability that we need for jumping. Yeah, this is now worth the 1 chevron of difficulty of rating that it brings. Yeah. Although actually on the system we're on, we're never going to be using this. So I'm going to save the 400,000 to get off system. But I am going to screenshot that. And I'm going to have that saved, set aside for once we do have the money and time and the just everything. Because this is, especially if we find that last improved heavy jump jet, this is a build I can get behind. Okay. So now that we know what we're doing, we know what we're not doing. We don't need that or those. We'll leave those for now. And we're not keeping those. Cool. Validate. Thank you. Now I'm going to go sell that Hellstorm. And at least try to get some money out of it. At least the Arrow 4 is 100 damage. Also, I just realized it's lighter than the Hellstorm. What is going on? Like, I would use the Arrow. Eventually. Maybe. But the Hellstorm, no. Wait, unless... Hold on. There's a world where we could have, eventually, a mech that's running the Arrow 4 and the Arrow 4 one-shot and the Hellstorm all at the same time. Basically anything that could play like a, double Gauss build. We could kind of fit that in. It's a lot of slots, though. I don't think it would be easy. Is that even possible? Hold on, let me just go back to the mech bay, to this nice empty shell we have here. So it's 7 plus 8 for the, actually, we can just look at it. Hold on. Where are you, Arrow? Okay, so Hellstorm Artillery. It's only 7 slots, but all the ammo has to be in the same location. So ideally, it would be in the side torso, without the engine taking up 2 slots. So you could at least get 5 bins of ammo. that would let you go times 3, times 4, times 5, or 6, potentially. Then, arrow. There it is. Then the arrow. What do you mean requires 4 additional? Oh, right. Okay, so it has to have the ability to spread 8 slots towards the center torso. So if it can go on an arm, it can spread that into the side torso. If it goes on the side torso, you would have to have either 4 slots on the side torso as well as 4 in the center torso, or it won't fit. So we would have to specifically have something that has an arm missile hardpoint and a side torso ballistic hardpoint and the ability to run a 15-ton weapon plus ammo and an 18-ton weapon plus ammo. So basically we'd be looking at a 100-tonner. And at that point, a 100-tonner carrying a Hellstorm and an Arrow 4, firing every other round. That's not much. That's just not much. Like, it does a lot of stability damage. Like, the fast cam is good against light mechs. The heap is wild, but again, if I'm gonna be using this, I'd rather be using it just on its own. The Hellstorm doesn't actually add anything. Just as a lighter mech that I can just... Yeah, no, I'm gonna sell the Hellstorm. I want to believe that there would be a situation where I could use the Hellstorm artillery. It only sells for 20,000. I guess I'll have it just sitting in my mech bag. Never to be heard from again. But even if I was gonna run it on a heavy mech, it would not be with a fuel cell engine. That is just such a terrible mismatch. Like, that weapon, all you need is a double heatsink kit, and it's covered. And then you don't have to worry about the 1.4 engine weight factor. Which, yeah, you don't want a massive core, generally, when you're firing artillery, but... I don't know. This is a chassis I can do stuff with, though. And I will. Just not on this system. Okay. So, final verdict on the Hellstorm is no. Just no. Oh wow, and the tier the 20 quirk is +1 ballistic accuracy, -1 ballistic recoil, and scatter. Well, it's fine. It's still a heavy mech, and it's still a mech that I can, for 500,000 C-bills in 8 days, put some crazy build together in. So, it's fine. Centurion. Okay. I gotta know. No, the Centurion cannot carry we go. This mech would have 2-3 move sprint. That said, it would also not take up a full chevron. Where's the ammo for it? Hello? Ah, etc. Where's my case 2? I would also have room for one more bin. Two, 3. Yeah, still moving at 2-3. And I could armor up. You know what? Honestly? What does it look like if I actually max armor here? I still have 5 tons left. You see, this makes more sense. Not a lot more, but it does make more sense. But this goes right back to my other point of, if I'm doing this, why am I not just doing this instead? Like, does Hellstorm also have specialty ammo I just don't know about? And it's just like trash unless you have the specialty ammo? I mean, this can also, like, the arrow can be used directed guided mode. Like, you don't have to use it as an artillery weapon. Oh my god. Yeah, this is better. This is way, way better. Although, actually, now that I'm looking at it, hold on. If I can do this on a Centurion, if, hypothetically, I had a chassis with enough tonnage, is it actually possible? So I would need all the Hellstorm artillery, ammo, and I would need the arrow ammo. So I would literally just need a heavy enough chassis, because it can't do anything else when it's artillery targeting. And I could literally just have see, that's another thing, is the Hellstorm, the location requirement, this is just heavy, and yeah, it doesn't have the minimum number of heat sinks. But like, a heavy enough chassis could actually do this, like, using the Indo-Composite. 5 slots. Using... I mean, there's actually... Yeah, there's armors that don't take much. But, like, this is actually possible. At that point, if you're able to fire that much artillery at 2,000 meters, does that make the Hellstorm worth having? Or would it just be better to have another arrow? Like, you're saving 3 tons on the actual weapon system itself, at the cost of 8 slots. But if you're only able to really run the 2 weapons anyway, you just need a mech that has a missile hardpoint on each arm and is heavy enough. And you can put the ammo anywhere. Like, anywhere you can fit the ammo. Because without the arrow one-shot, we would have arrow on each arm. If they have hands on both arms, we still have 5 slots on each side torso. If they don't have lower in hand, if it's just shoulder and upper, like, that's crazy. Why would you ever use a Hellstorm? Each bin of ammo, if you're firing for maximum effect, to the point where it's actually comparable to the arrow, you need at least 2 bins of ammo for what a half bin gives to the arrow. Like, I have 2.5 tons, 3 slots, and I have 13 rounds of shots. I have 3 tons, 3 slots, and I have enough for, if I'm firing for maximum effect, I have enough for 6 rounds. And it has to be in the same location. That's the thing that's really just... This is a terrible weapon system. It's a shorter range than the arrow. Like, I was comparing it to other stuff, but no, this is like same category. Like, the same exact category of weapon. The only benefit, the only thing that the Hellstorm does better than the arrow is it can't be intercepted by AMS. But, like, baseline by default, The arrow is just better. Just hands down. Like, unless you somehow have the ability to give it a lot more ammo, or it has specialty ammo, other than just caseless. Now, don't get me wrong, the Hellstorm artillery used to be stupidly broken. Back before they did this rework where the artillery, like, is a targeted thing and everything. Like, it used to be stupidly overpowered, and now it's stupidly underpowered. Like, making it wait around to see if the target moved out of the circle, and also doing this much damage is not okay. Anyway, I'm done. I am actually kind of tempted, like, all jokes aside, I am kind of tempted to give an arrow to the Centurion. But there's so many other things I could do with it, and I don't really have the money or time to be building anything. Nah. I will... I will sit here with my Centurion and my Hellopolis that I will eventually figure out what to do with. And then there's also the Mad Cat 3 that I just... There's so much I want to do. Anyway, sorry that turned into a complete and total Mech Lab episode. Yeah, I just... Let me know in the comments if I am misunderstanding something here, but like... That combat made me reticent to ever try the Hellstorm again. Unless I find some kind of weird specialty ammo that makes it suddenly good. Because, like, there's Fast Cam Arrow, there's Inferno Arrow, there's, like... And even just the arrow. It's a bigger and stronger hit. So I must be missing something. Like, is it just that my accuracy was so bad that... And yeah, I don't... Even then, like, I did directly hit somebody and did, like, nothing. Like, a dead hit did, like, 10 damage. And the maximum range, like, or the optimal range, like, max range is 2,000, cool, whatever. But the optimal range is 500. The arrow's optimal range is 3,000. You just sit on the other side of the map and fire arrows, and you're good. So I don't know why you would ever use a Hellstorm, unless you guys have some kind of, like, secret trick or hack or something that I just didn't know. Because I've genuinely not used artillery since they changed it to be that weird targeted and fire the next round kind of thing. I say weird, they made it more like tabletop. But I thought in tabletop the numbers were bigger. Like, I remember being terrified of artillery, like, zones in tabletop. That and airstrikes. Or, not airstrikes, orbital strikes. Anyway, I've gone on enough. That's been your episode of Roguetech for the day. I'm sorry it was unconventional, but I hope you still enjoyed it. And until next time, have a good one.